How's it going, everybody? Today's video is going to be on finding an exhaust leak on my 2004 Toyota Tacoma with the 3.4 liter engine, 5VZFE. Had this truck for about a year and a half. I bought it in pretty rough shape, December of, I think it was 2023. And I've been just kind of working on it, over the past year and a half. And, when I did have the truck, I noticed that it did have kind of a hissing sound, a ticking sound at startup that would, that would stay there even if the truck was, cold or warm. And probably a couple of months ago, I redid the whole exhaust system, meaning I replaced all the gaskets on all the connections at the flanges. I even replaced the gaskets at the manifold. It was a lot of work, a lot of painful work. A lot of the bolts were seized up, so I spent a lot of time there. A lot of, probably a weekend, 2 weekends probably. So it was a difficult job, and I still notice that I still have like an exhaust leak, especially in the mornings when I start the truck, but it goes away when it warms up. So it seems like something is thermally expanding and sealing that exhaust leak. So today I'm going to try to find that leak. So here's the engine bay of the truck. So I did end up replacing the exhaust manifold gasket on both sides, and I don't know if you can see, but there is a flange that connects the exhaust manifold gasket to the, I think it's called the Y pipe. So I replaced both sides there. And then underneath the truck, I also replaced the catalytic converter to this pipe here, catalytic converter to the other catalytic converter right there. Also this joint, that's a new gasket there. And also this one right here, this has also been replaced. There's the manifold one there. These are all been replaced, and I still have an exhaust leak. So what I ended up doing was I looked up some YouTube videos, and one of the good ways of finding an exhaust leak is if you get one of these shop vacs and you put it on blower mode. You stuff the pipe inside the tailpipe of your truck. I wrapped mine in some microfiber towels to give it a tight fit, otherwise it was popping out. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this on and spray some soapy water on all the locations where I believe the exhaust leak might be coming from. So all the joint locations will be sprayed. And how this works is you're sending pressurized air into the system, and then we're going to be spraying soapy water on all the flange areas or any joint locations, and if there's bubbles seen, then that's where we know where the exhaust leak is coming from. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so I'm going to go and start at the manifolds here. Okay, so now I'm going to just wait and see if I see any bubbles coming out. Let's see here. Oh, there it is. I see some bubbles coming out right there. I'll try to get a view under the truck. A little bit of bubbles coming out right there. So that looks to be from the exhaust manifold to Y pipe area. And then let's try the other section. Neighbor is cutting his lawn super loud. All right, and there is another leak right there. Right there, I got some bubbles forming, so this looks to be from Y pipe to the Y pipe to the manifold area. So I replaced both of these on both sides, but it looks like it's still not sealing up. I used an aftermarket gasket here, so I might need to go ahead and get an OEM one. So let's try the other section here. You can actually still see how much bubbles are coming out of here. This one seems to be okay. All right, let's try this one here. Down here at the catalytic converter side. That one looks pretty solid. Okay, let's try this one. That one also looks pretty solid here. All right, one other thing I wanted to mention here was that it's not enough just to spray all the flanges down. You also want to make sure that you check all the pipes. There's always a possibility that the pipe can have a pinhole in it. So make sure you spray down, all your pipes good and well. I have this kind of crossover pipe on the back of this engine here. This is the V6 engine, so I just kind of checked all of the areas, especially where the pipe has welds on it. Those are the areas that crack first. So go ahead and check for that as well. So yeah, check for the pipes, on the pipes to make sure there's no holes in there. Then also check the flanges as well. And it doesn't hurt to check where the oxygen sensors are as well, the little flanges that go to the exhaust. So yeah, spray soapy water on every single exhaust piece. For this truck, I definitely hear the exhaust leak from the front, so I kind of focus on the front area, and I found that my leaks are at these kind of flanges here, on both sides. So I'm going to have to replace the gaskets on there. I use aftermarket gaskets, and it looks like it didn't really seal up well, so I'll go with OEM. All right, well, good luck on finding your exhaust leak.